Hey everybody, how are you? I hope everybody's doing well. I sure miss you all and I miss being at school, but we'll get back there soon. You just take care of yourself, keep washing those hands, and keep learning, guys. You can read at home, you can do word searches, there's all kinds of learning games you can do online, so just keep that brain working, okay? But today is math day, so I wanted to get on here and do just a quick little math thing. And it's also pajama day, so Miss Ashley has on her pajama pants today for this, so I'm hitting both in one day, pajamas and math. Okay, so I'm going to actually just focus my camera on my little makeshift board I have here and get down to this quick little math thing that you can do at home. You can come up with different numbers to do. You could do it with your parents. You could even challenge your parents and not tell them all these ways and just say, hey Mom, how many ways can you show 25, and see if she can come up with all the ways, or your dad or your sister, and whatever they miss, you can teach them how to do it, okay? So I'm just going to focus my camera here on my little board and get started. So I'm just going to do just some decomposing of numbers here and just showing you all the different ways you can make certain numbers. Now you can do this with any number, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to pick a number. For this first one, I'm just going to do 76. So I started with standard form. So your standard form is just writing the number the way that you know how. So 76. Okay, so that's going to be our main number. I'm going to move this a little bit closer for you. There you go. Okay, the next square on my board says word form. So you're just going to spell out your word. 76. 76. Now, I know if you've been in my class, you've learned all about place value. You've learned about the hundreds place, the tens place, the ones place. You've learned about expanded form. You've learned about how to draw it out with your tens rods and your single ones. So we're going to do some of that. So my first one asks how many tens are in this number. So when you look at your number 76, you know your ones place is here in the back, and then next is your tens place. So there are 7 tens in my number. So now that means for the ones, there are 6 ones. Now, expanded form is where we make that addition problem. If you've been in my room, we take, basically I've told them it's how we say the number. So it's 70 plus 6. 70 plus 6 makes 76. Okay, down here this says place value drawing. So you're going to use those 10 rods to actually draw out your number. So 1 rod is equal to 10. So we need 7 of those 10 rods like we've discussed before. So that makes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. You should have 7 tens rods. Okay? Then now you need to draw the ones. Now ones are just your single little square, or you can do circles if you want to do that quicker. And you will need 6 of those. So now you will have 70 and 6. Now for money, I want you to draw and label coins to make 76. You can do this in multiple different ways. You could do 7 dimes, which would be 70, and then 6 pennies, which would be your 6, and 70 plus 6, as we know, is 76. I'm going to do it the easiest way, which is going to be using some quarters. Now, in my class, we've talked about how many quarters make 75 cents. And we've talked about that that's 3 quarters. Make sure you label your money so that you know exactly how much it is. So my 3 quarters here make 75, but I need 76. So I'm going to have to add 1 penny to that. Okay? So now I have 76. Now if I wanted to add 10 more to this number, more means I'm going to add. So if I had 76 plus 10 more, I would have 86. A good little thing to remember is like when you're doing 10 more, your 1 spot's not going to change. Okay, I'm not doing anything to my 1s. This is saying 10. So the only thing that's going to change is my 10s spot. Okay, so my 10 spot, if I'm doing 10 more, my 10 spot is going to go up 1 spot. Okay, so that's how I got the 86. So if we're going to do 10 less, that means we're going to take 10 away. So it'd be 76 minus 10. Again, we're doing 10, so our 1s is going to stay the same. The only thing that's changing is your 10s spot. So if you have 10 less, your 10s number is going to go down 1 spot. So you're going to have 66. Okay, I'm going to actually move this camera and give you a closer look at my finished board here. So there it all is. And remember, you can do this with any number. If you want to challenge yourself and make it a little bit more difficult, you could actually do it with a number in the hundreds. So let's say we did 124. So you would write your standard form of just writing your number, 124. Okay. Then you would use your word form, 100. 24. Okay. Now, can you think what else we could do? What about our expanded form? That big addition problem. Well, now we have 100 spots, so we're going to have to do 100 plus 20 plus 4. 100 plus 20 plus 4 gives you 124. Now this time, instead of just having 10s and 1s, we actually do have hundreds. So you need to figure out how many hundreds, how many 10s, and how many 1s are in this number. So when you look at your number, what number's in the hundreds place? A 1. So there's 100. How many 10s? 2. 2 10s. And in your 1s place at the end, there are 4. Okay? So 124 is 100, 2 10s, and 4 1s. You can also draw that out in money if you would like. So for your 100 pennies is actually how much? $1. So there's the 100 part. And then 24, so you could do 2 dimes, that makes your 20. And then 4 pennies. 124. Okay. Now draw it out with your place value. So you have a 100 block, 2 10s rods, so that's 100, 10, 20, 120, and then 4 singles here. 124. Okay? And this time, since we have a hundreds place, we could do 100 more. So if you had 100 more, that means your 10 spot and your 1 spot are going to stay the same. The only part that's going to change is the hundreds place. So if you have 100 more, your 100 number is going to go up 1. Okay, so 100 more is going to be 224. You can think about it like this. If you had 124 and you need to add 100 more, if you actually added all of that out, that's what you would get, okay? But the quick and easy way is to just know if they're asking for 100 more, the 100 spot is changing and going up because more means you're going to add. And then your 10s and 1s is going to stay the same. Now let's do 100 less. Okay, so our 10s and our 1s is going to stay the same. Our 100 spot is going to change. So 100 less. If you had 124 and you took 100 away, well, that's your whole 100 spot. If you took a whole 100 away, what are you left with? You're just left with the 24. You're not even going to have any hundreds left. Okay? Alright. I hope you've enjoyed this little quick math video, and I hope it's something that you can do at home. You use it as a little number game to challenge, like I said, your mom or your dad or your brother and sister. Do it with a lot of different numbers. Okay? Even add thousands in there if you wanted to challenge yourself. And just see how many ways you can actually come up with on your own. I hope to see you all soon. Take care. I love you and miss you guys. See you next time.